Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a quick video on whether I feel like someone, like if you're trying to think about if someone's supposed to be removed from your life or not, or whether you think they should stay, because I think we live in a bit of a cancel culture, which is actually seriously true actually, of, you know, a lot of people follow the world and trends, and then all of a sudden those trends get stopped and people turn on them, and that is literally the way of the world. That's the way it's always been. You know, people crucified Jesus and he was perfect, so, you know, you really can't do right for doing wrong on this planet, and that is literally the truth. So there we go. That's why it's just important to just have a well-rounded, you know, life and just be as good as you can be and not beat yourself up too much, and live for yourself really, and not, well, live for God, but like, you know, have a balanced life that has balanced expectations and not taking responsibility for everyone else and being like, you're not going to ruin someone's day by your actions. They've got 80% of their brain goes towards what they are doing, not what you are doing. So there we go, nice little tip. So getting back onto whether I think someone should, like, what to consider when trying to remove someone from your life, I feel like I just have this thing in my head recently where you see, like, obviously there's so many things that go into friendships, romantic relationships, and obviously compatibility is a factor, whether you drift apart in life is a factor, whether you're busy is a factor, whether you've got unhealthy patterns and that affects the relationship is a factor, but I think it's worth evaluating. And sometimes it's so difficult to know whether you are the part of the problem or whether you are, obviously it's sometimes easy to know if you're part of the problem, but whether you can work it out, because I've even noticed myself that I feel like I didn't even notice I must be quite toxic of a person in the past, because I feel like I've literally come so far in the last few years ever since going on the mental health service, but I look back to, like, even like my relationship with myself, the relationship with myself and my body, and how I used to have a trigger warning. I'm going to talk about body image and food. I did have, so skip forward about a minute, I would say, probably less than that, but yeah, probably about a minute. I did have issues with, like, I mean, I'm not even going to talk about it, to be fair. I've done a whole other video, trigger warning, 15 seconds, of I had an issue with food and my body image, and just to the point where, like, I would literally have such a low self-esteem and like a low version of myself, and that's such a toxic thing. So I must have literally picked up some really bad habits from that, and I feel like I've come so far and don't feel that way anymore, but the fact I had that must have spilled over onto other areas of my life that I didn't really take accountability for, because when you're trying to get over a mental illness, which isn't related to, it's just related to food, but it wasn't food. Obviously I've gone into my mental health issues in the past with the service I went on, which you can go back and check if you wish, but I think if you do notice little traumas, and everyone has their story at the end of the day, everyone has their traumas and their own path. I'm just very open about it. Well, I'm not open about it with other people, actually. I've actually been very close to other people on this channel and being open about it. So, and I tell my friends if, you know, I decide to, so there we go. It's always good to have discernment about what you share. So yeah, finding balance in life and thinking about stress, and having time to, like, release the feelings you have. I feel like journaling and things like that, even this for me, is a way to release your inner thoughts, and getting them out into the world, be that journaling, singing, blah blah. It can be a real release of, like, stress and can help towards balancing relationships out, and like, also I feel like the more you learn about yourself, it's like gonna help you evolve a life that is the best fit for you. So, having said all that, you've got to consider if they affect you, if you affect them in a negative way, or if you affect them in a negative way. Have you or them got past traumas, issues, attachment problems that affect yourselves and the way you interact? Do you even care enough about that person, or are they just, I mean, obviously you care enough, because otherwise you wouldn't be thinking about it, otherwise you'd just be like, okay, well, I'm not too bothered. Have you grown apart in life? Because, you know, if you're at school together, that's a lot of similar things that you have in common. It could be that you just literally go down different paths and you have to just deal with that. You want different things. Do you enjoy being around them? And there is a nice way to handle it if you do decide to bring them out of your life. I always think it's better to be harder to to love than easy to leave, and I did get that from a song, which the name I can't remember, but like there we go. So literally it's just worth considering. You may be part of the problem. I always think have patience with people. It's so easy to judge people for not being perfect or the way that you want them to be, and obviously everyone has issues, everyone has trouble. Be kind and remember they're only human beings. I'm not saying that some people have not got bad intentions, but I think if you care enough about them to consider this, it might be worth giving a bit of time and, you know, sitting back, see if they reciprocate trying to work on the relationship or not. So there we go, that's my video. Thank you for listening.